You little brat!
In the village of Aiyetade, there was a woman whose name children did not call loudly. Auntie Zara. Not because she was old. Not because she was powerful. But because she was dangerous in a quiet way. Her footsteps alone could silence a compound. Her voice could make grown women stutter. Even stubborn men lowered their tone around her. They said. She once made a teenage boy kneel on gravel till sunset for laughing near her window. She slapped her own knees for breathing too loudly during prayer. No one challenged her. Because Auntie Zara had mastered something worse than violence. Fear. Inside her brother's house, Auntie Zara behaved like a commander. Plates must not clang. Doors must not slam. Laughter must not echo. Discipline builds character, she always said. And then Amora arrived. 16. Fresh from Lagos. Confident walk. Sharp eyes. Energy too loud for village peace. Amora entered the compound dragging her suitcase. Chewing gum. Headphones hanging around her neck. And the entire atmosphere shifted. Auntie Zara scanned her from head to toe. The jeans. The painted nails. The careless, good afternoon, ma. Not kneeling. Not bowing. Just standing. The compound froze. Amora's father coughed nervously. Zara's lips tightened. We will fix you, she said coldly. Amara blinked. She had no idea. She had just entered the battlefield. The next morning. 5 a.m. Zara banged on Amora's door. Village girls wake before the sun. Amora groaned. I slept late. Silence. Deadly silence. Zara slowly opened the door. You slept late. Zara unleashed fury. Insults. Threats. Predictions of how Lagos had spoiled her brain. But Amora sat up. Looked straight at Zara. And said calmly. I'm not afraid of you. Zara stepped closer. You are not afraid of me. Amora held her gaze. With respect, ma, fear is not respect. The air changed. Even the curtains stopped moving. Zara's lips curled into a smile so cold it could freeze boiling water. Oh. Lagos has given you mouth. But this is not Lagos. By afternoon, Zara called out calmly. Amora. The entire compound stiffened. Amora stepped forward. Yes, ma. Zara pointed to a large basin of soaked clothes. I want this washed. Amora nodded. Then Zara added. Before sunset. Amora glanced at the sky. Clouds gathering. Rain threatening. The basin was overflowing. Bedsheets. Wrappers. Jeans. Heavy towels. Enough for 3 grown women. Amora bent without protest. You washed. Scrubbed. Rinsed. Sweat mixing with soap. Her arms screamed in pain. Halfway through. Rain began. Not gentle rain. Violent rain. The compound flooded within minutes. Clothes already drying on the line fell into muddy water. Amora rushed to save them. Slipping. Struggling. Zara stepped out under the veranda. Watching. Then she spoke. Oh dear. Amara froze. Zara walked slowly toward the clothesline. Lifted a dripping bedsheet. Inspected it. Then dropped it into the mud. Start again. Amara stared. Breathing hard. More. I've been washing since morning. Zara tilted her head. And the rain. Did I ask the sky to rain? Silence. Thunder cracked. Zara stepped closer. You said you are not afraid of me. She leaned in. So prove it. Amora's chest tightened. Not from exhaustion. From realization. This was no longer punishment. This was war. A battle of endurance. Of will. Of who would break first. Slowly. Amora knelt back into the muddy water. Picked up the soaked clothes. And began again. Tears mixed with rain. But her hands did not stop. By sunset, Amora's fingers were swollen. Her back burned. Her knees trembled. But the clothes were clean. Again. She carried the heavy basin inside the compound. Every step felt like punishment. Zara inspected the clothes slowly. 1 wrapper. 2 shirts. 3 bedsheets. Her face remained unreadable. Then. She stopped. Held up a white blouse. There was a faint stain. Barely visible. But Zara saw it. And smiled. This, Zara said softly, is laziness. Amora's heart sank. More, I washed it twice. Zara raised a finger. Silence. She called out loudly. Everybody. Come and see. Within minutes, neighbors gathered. Children. Women. Even elders pretending not to be curious. Zara lifted the blouse like evidence in court. This girl, she announced, believes she is too big for village work. Mamas. Amora stood frozen. Humiliation rising like fire in her throat. Zara turned to her. Kneel. Amora didn't move. Kneel. Still nothing. The compound grew tense. Zara's voice hardened. I will not repeat myself. Slowly. Amora knelt. But her eyes never left Zara's face. Zara handed her the stained blouse. Lick it clean. The word stopped. Gasps exploded. Someone whispered. Huh. Zara. Another woman covered her mouth. Amora's blood ran cold. What? Zara's face was calm. You heard me. That's madness. Zara leaned closer. No. It is discipline. Amora's chest rose and fell violently. Tears burned behind her eyes. But this time, they were not tears of pain. They were tears of rage. I won't. The words dropped like thunder. The crowd froze. Zara blinked. You won't. I am not an animal. Silence. Deadly silence. Zara's pride cracked. Before anyone could react, Zara slapped Amara. Hard. Amora's head snapped sideways. The crowd gasped. But Amora did not cry. Did not beg. Did not lower her eyes. She slowly stood up. Held her burning cheek. And said the one sentence that shook the entire compound. If you touch me again, you will regret it. Zara stared. Shock. Then fury. Pure fury. Zara grabbed the nearest object. A wooden stool. Raised it. And lunged. The wooden stool sliced through the air. But Amora moved. Fast. The stool crashed against the wall. Dust burst. Children screamed. Women jumped back. Before Zara could recover, Amora grabbed her wrist. Zara tried to yank free. But Amora's grip tightened. You want to shame me? Amora's voice shook. In front of everyone. Zara's face twisted with fury. You dare hold me? Zara swung her free hand. Amora blocked it. The slap never landed. Zara shrieked. A sound of rage and wounded pride. She tried to strike again. Amora shoved her backward. Zara stumbled. Missed her footing. And fell. The villagers froze like statues. Nobody breathed. Nobody spoke. Zara's eyes widened. Her scream tore through the air. My leg. She clutched her ankle, rolling in the sand. Face twisted in agony. Amara froze. Shock flooding her veins. I didn't. Villagers rushed forward. Some to help. Some to witness drama. Mama Ojo knelt beside Zara. Eyes wide. It's swelling already. Zara's eyes darted to Amora. You pushed me, she wailed. You all saw it. Gasps. Whispers. Mama spreading like wildfire. Amora stepped back, heart pounding. You grabbed me first. But Zara was crying now. Loudly. Convincingly. Zara was taken to the general hospital. Wrapped in cloth. Still groaning dramatically. The doctor examined her ankle. X-ray confirmed it. Fracture. Zara milked every second. Crying louder when Amora's father arrived. Your daughter has crippled me. Amora's father turned slowly. Eyes filled with confusion. Then disappointment. Amora. Her chest tightened. I didn't mean for her to fall. Zara let out a sharp cry from the hospital bed. You didn't mean. Her voice trembled. Fragile, wounded, theatrical. My leg is broken, and you didn't mean. The ward fell silent. Nurses pretended not to listen. Relatives leaned closer. Drama had entered the room. Amora's father rubbed his forehead. Please. Zara. But Zara was already crying again. I welcomed her. I tried to train her. And this is how she repays me. Amora's fist clenched. Train me. You humiliated me. Her father snapped. Enough. The word cracked like a whip. Amara froze. He rarely raised his voice, which made it hurt more. Zara sniffed, seizing the moment. You see. No remorse. This is Lagos pride. Amora's chest burned. You told me to lick a blouse. Gasped from the relatives. Zara's face changed instantly. A lie. Soft. Controlled. Deadly. A wicked lie. Amora stared in disbelief. You all know me, Zara whispered, tears sliding perfectly. Have I ever behaved like an animal? Amora's father looked on. Between blood. Between truth and reputation. Zara, he said weakly. Did that happen? Zara's eyes widened, wounded dignity. You doubt me. The air shifted. That was all it took. He exhaled slowly. Decision made. Amora, apologize. The word hit like a slap. Amora blinked. What? Apologize. For defending myself. For injuring your aunt. She attacked me. Zara sobbed louder. Listen to her. Amora's father's jaw tightened. I will not argue in a hospital. Amora's voice dropped, shaking. So you've chosen. He didn't answer. Which was answer enough. Tears filled her eyes, not weakness. Something breaking. Slowly. Amora turned to Zara. The entire room leaned in. I am sorry, she said quietly. Zara's crying softened. Victory. But Amora lifted her gaze. Eyes sharp. Clear. Unbroken. I am sorry you fell. A pause. But I am not sorry I refused to be treated like that. The word froze. Zara's face hardened. Amora stepped back. And this is the last time, she said calmly. Anyone raises a hand at me. Her father's eyes flashed. Amora. But she was already walking away. Past the nurses. Past the relatives. Past the silence. Leaving behind A fractured leg. A fractured peace. And a war that had only just begun.